Um, I want to talk about uh when I had first met my ex back. I was gonna do this on during our anniversary. I had so many plans on our anniversary, but so much had went on between us. My neck looked. It looked like I'm so like, ooh. The girls just want to pop up for some reason. But anyways, I want to talk about when I first met my ex boyfriend, my current ex boyfriend. Uh, it was July 8th. Well, actually, I met him off of OkCupid, and that was on July 7th. And we met the next following day on July 8th. When I seen his pictures, I was like iffy about it, but I was wanting to give him a chance. So when I met him in person on July 8th, and I seen this guy, he's Mexican by the way, and he was standing next to us. He picked me up at my house, and he was standing in front of the car, and you could tell he looked nervous. You could tell he looked extremely nervous meeting me. And he opened up whenever I came outside, and I was all dressed up. I had just bought new clothes, so I wanted, like make a really good impression on him. So I was like, and I had like the little bit of the cleavage, showing. So I walked out and I seen him standing next to his car, and right there and then, it was like a ton of bricks that hit me. It was like love at first sight when I had met him, but I didn't want to tell him that because I didn't want to scare him off. And all I know was I was really, really liking him. When I walked up to him, he gave me a hug. He was like, "Oh, how you doing?" And it's nice to meet you. And he opened up the car door and he said, "Here you go." And when he sat down, he looked over at me. He gave me the biggest, beautiful smile. And and you had to start your car. I'm not gonna say because I'm gonna put all your business out there. But anyways, how you had to start your car was funny. And I had said something along the line. I have to say this. I have to. But I said along the line is so you give your car a blowjob every time you start it. That's nice. you, and you just laughed so loud when I said that because you was like, I never heard of anybody ever saying that before. I said, well, I like to keep people laughing. That's just a silly side of me. And you said, I like that. I like that. I like it that people can make me laugh. I said, good. And you asked, where do we want to go? I said, well, let's just stay close to the house for now. Why don't we just go to McDonald's? It's right up, this way. And I had to, guide you. And he was like, oh, yeah, this is pretty close. And while we was in McDonald's, we talked about uh well, we talked about the neighborhood for one because I was telling you how it's like bad over there and stuff like that. And but you kept on telling me, how pretty that I am, and I said thank you. And you said, what do you think of me? And I said, well, I think you're very, very cute, very, very cute. And there was this guy that kept on asking for some money. You kept on telling him that you didn't have anything and you're sorry. And then he was like, I don't really like to give to people that much. You, you said that because you don't know if they really, really need the money or they just, trying to get money or whatever. Something like that you said. And I said, I'm the same exact way, and I had Um, and I had told you what my other ex had said, and about, people that's out here getting money and stuff like that. And you said that is true. That was the only thing that you agreed, about with that. And you asked me, tell me a little bit more about yourself. Why are you single? Da 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 da. And I was telling you everything that my ex had put me through. And you said I would never do that to you. You never have to worry about me doing that to you. And I smiled at you and I said, well, you already planning the relationship. He said, and then, I don't know what, but anyways, he said, but I don't do women like that. That's what you said. I don't do women like that. I don't, I don't believe in, hurting women like that. That's not me. And then you was telling me how how your how your last girlfriend had done you, how she was cheating on you after you had said I love you, and the next following day she went out and she cheated on you. And I said, well, that's not right. I said, did you give her any reason? Did you cheat on her? Did you do anything? Because I just don't see how that could even be possible, And you said, nope, I was loyal to her. I was loyal. And I almost started crying. And I was like, I'm so sorry, Ramiro. I'm so sorry. He was like, why you should say sorry? You didn't do anything. Well, I just want to say sorry. And the Sisterhood of Women, I want to apologize on her behalf. And you started laughing. And then the guy came back and asked you if you had anything left over, whatever, and you end up giving him your other fish sandwich because you bought yourself, no, was it no, it was a cheeseburger that you bought, excuse me, a cheeseburger. And you end up giving him your other cheeseburger. And I said, well, do you want to go to the lake? And you was like, yeah, sure. And, because I had a hot fudge sundae and you was eating a cheeseburger. And but anyways, we ended up going to the lake and we was able to talk a little bit more, even though it was like a lot of people there, but we was able to talk more in private at the lake. And I asked you a little bit more questions. I said, well, do you believe in Jesus? He was, no, I don't believe in that because I don't believe in hurting women like that. If you ever feel like that you have to cheat, why even be in a relationship? I mean, I say everything in the words exactly word for word what he said, but yeah, you know, he said, I will break up. No, this is what he said. I will break up with the girl before I would cheat. Because I don't want to do that to anybody. You have to sneak around. I wouldn't want to do that to anyone. I said, okay, good answer. Do you think it's like? Do you think it's cool? to text a woman while you're in front of your girlfriend, you know, be on dating sites talking to other women in front of your girlfriend, trying to, find new female friends, da da da. And you was like, well, that's no, 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 no. That's the same line of cheating. And and I asked him, do you like to be bossed around, being controlled, anything like that? Reason why I asked, because my ex-boyfriend said that I'm controlling, and I never was controlling except when it came down with the finances, because for the simple reason he ended up losing, the car money, and I was fussing about that. But as far as everything else, I was not controlling, which I should have been controlling, but I wasn't. And you said, well, I don't like to be bossed around. I don't like to be controlled because it makes me feel less of a man. And I like to feel like a man. I don't want to feel like a child. I don't want to feel like as if you're my mother. This is when his mom was still alive 2 years ago. But anyways, uh, I have a mother for that. I don't need somebody else to act like a mother. It makes me feel less of a man. And I constantly keep thinking about what you said, and it's like I'm mind blown because you let this girl boss you around. But anyways, and we talked a little bit more about my photography. And you said, well, do you think you could take a picture with your cell phone? Because I didn't have my camera on me. And he was like, do you think you could take a picture of me? And I said, yeah, I can take a picture with a cell phone. I can take a picture with anything. And this is the picture that I took on the day that we met. He smiled so well. It's not his biggest smile that he would give, but he smiled bigger than that. Yeah, he do. He do. He can smile bigger. But I told him just give me a good post because I had to. I remember I took about maybe a good 30 pictures of him trying to get him to sit just the way that I want. I even took pictures of him. I'm going to find it and share it with y'all, with him sitting underneath the tree because it was so much sun that was hitting. You can't really see his eyes, and he is like squinting. He got that little dimple right there too, but he got a dimple right there. But anyways, when he smiled big, he had dimples. But anyways, I was loving this picture so much. And so I was just trying to do, like I said, I wanted to get like different angles, and I was trying to get them to sit a certain kind of way. I'm trying to find it. Um I think it's either in all my pictures. I should have had everything set up before I even wanted to share story time. When I find it, I'll share it. What I'll do is I'll make a video of it. Cause I was sitting there and I was like, after I got done taking his pictures, I ended up sharing it with him. Like showing him, and I even sat there and edited the picture in front of him. He was like, "Wow, you could do that, all that from your cell phone." I'm like, "Yeah." Every photographer will have something in in their phone to where they can instantly hurry up and uh, edit the picture. he thought that was like pretty cool. So I'm trying to find it. I don't know. Maybe it's in my Picasa. I don't know. Um, I also want to get this one video going here. This is when I'm trying to find YouTube here because I want to get everything set up, for what I want to talk about. Trying to get everything. Okay, I'm trying to get the other YouTube set up here. Trying to find that picture of him sitting. He's sitting on a rock and underneath some trees. I got about over 20,000 pictures in my computer. And it might take me a second to find it. I should have had the stuff all ready for you guys before I got on here. I don't know why I wasn't thinking. Like I said, I got like a whole bunch of pictures. But this picture here, this silly side of him, the stuff that he will send to me. This is something that he sent to me to show his silly side. That man got a lot of silly sides to him. One of the things that I loved, and he sent this to me to show me that he was missing me. It came out blurry on how he did it, but we was on live. We was on a video chat, and he made this face like, oh, I miss you. He was like a big kid with this one though. There goes me. But he wanted to show me his new shirt with his headphones. He broke them headphones though. He stepped on them headphones. But anyway, I'm getting off way on topic on when we first met because just going through these pictures just making me. And we took I took a lot of pictures of Romero. I took a lot of pictures of him. But but this picture is more like from the day that we met on July 8th. And he wanted me to take a whole bunch of pictures of him. And I had said, well, I'm not going to be taking, I took one picture. I was like, before I sent the picture, I was like, you're not going to put this on your dating site because I'm really interested in you. I like you and stuff like that. I don't want to be taking pictures and you're going to be showing other girls pictures. Showing this picture to other girls. He's like, I'm not going to do that. I said, really? He's like, what does it look like me, doing that? And I like you. I smiled all big. I was like, really? You like me? And he was like, yeah, I like you. You're really sweet. And the picture I'm about to show you is like when we was into our 4th month being together. And this is 2016. This is when we was to our 4th month of dating each other. I told him to stand next. Cause I like taking pictures outside because it comes out better. I like the pose. I like all that about it. I just and here goes another picture that well during I'll say our 4th month anniversary when I took these pictures. But while we were sitting on the rocks, after I took the pictures, we talked again. I asked him what was his favorite food, and he told me he loved burritos. He told me how he liked butter noodles. He told me he didn't like cheese, but he loved pizza. I said, how are you gonna love pizza, but you don't like cheese? Cheese is on a pizza. He was like, well, that type of cheese is different. I don't like that. I don't like mayonnaise. I like Miracle Whip. We was just talking about all that stuff. Then, then he said, I like you. I said, I like you too. Then we looked over at the ice cream place. It was right, Point Place. I think that's what it's called, Point Place. But anyways, I said, well, you gotta try the Elvis. The Elvis is really, really good. You're gonna love it. It'd be worth your money. Because he was like, well, no, he said, well, do you want to get some ice cream? I said, yeah, let's try the Elvis. Because I was telling him about it at McDonald's. And he said, well, I gotta try this Elvis because you saying that it's this good. Okay, we gotta try it. So I said, well, why don't we just, because there was like a lot of bees flying next to the rocks of where we was sitting. And I want to like show y'all this is like a winter picture here, but I'm just gonna show y'all where we were sitting so you can get a better idea. I'm trying to find a place also too where we were sitting, but um just let me just remind y'all this is like more of the winter time. No wait, this ain't the spot. That's a different spot. Once I find the spot I'll show it to y'all. It's here. It's in among of these pictures. I just got too many pictures. I'm trying to find it. If anybody familiar with Milwaukee, y'all would know. Because it was like right there in front of the restaurant, the beach at Bradford Beach. That's where we was at. But we was sitting on the rocks. I got so many videos of him, pictures. It's insane. Okay, I want to show you the picture. I want to show you what I was wearing the day that me and Romero met. If I can just pull it out. It was like but I just want to give you an idea of how I was dressing whenever I was like. This is the picture that I sent to him. My hair was a lot more shorter. My hair was a lot more blonde because I was trying to do something, but yeah, that's what I look like then. I was waiting on him to come. This is not the outfit that I was wearing, but he was supposed to show up that day. I don't know. But I was a lot more thinner when I met him too. Well, I was not skinny, but I was a size 20 when I met him. But this is before I had got my hair dyed. But this is the size I was, and that's my original hair color. No blonde streaks or anything. I dyed my hair like 2 months before I met Romero, and this is what I look like. Everybody thought that I was it's a crazy thing on how dark my hair color was, and a lot of people thought that I was Native American, but there is a chance that I might, because on my grandfather's side, on my mom's side, uh, that possibility could be there, because when a lot of German settlers came to, and this is what I was telling him too, when a lot of German settlers came to the United States, a lot of them had relations with Native Americans that so happened to be in the Cherokee Nation. And there was two different nations that was there back in them days. I forgot the other one that starts with a K. And I'm on a mission to find this picture, y'all. It's here. And I was supposed to edit, but never had the chance to edit because I was taking so many pictures, so many pictures. But I was showing him like all of the work that I do. I was showing, and I was telling him how I was in movies, and we just talked about a lot of stuff. And after he got the ice cream, we ended up sitting down in his car, and I was still showing him pictures. And so he said, I asked him what's his favorite ice cream. That's what I asked him. I asked him, you know, besides the Elvis, because no wait, okay. When he got the Elvis, when he started eating it, he was like, "Oh, this is really good. I really like this." And I said, "Oh, that's good. That's really good. I told you you was gonna like it. I told you." And he was like, "Yeah, it's really good. It's really really good." And I'm finding everything else but what I want. I still got pictures of my original ex-boyfriend up in, like my first ex-boyfriend up in here. Now, I showed him what I looked like before. This is me. I was skinny. And my ex-boyfriend, I told the story behind this picture. I said, my ex-boyfriend wanted me to gain my weight back. After I was 172 pounds in this picture. I was skinny. I was still losing weight. He was like, "Oh, do you think you can get to that size again?" I said, "I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying to get back down to that size. I'm trying." And then Romero was like, "Oh, I can help you with that." And here is the picture that I had my dating site, and I had it on Facebook. But this was his favorite picture of me. He always kept that. This was his favorite picture. Yes, that's me. When I seen that, because he had it on his screensaver on his phone. Now let me remind you, we had just met, and this man had this picture on his screensaver. He had that picture on his screensaver. I was like, oh my God, you got my picture on your screensaver? And he was like, you don't think that's weird? I was like, no, I kind of find that flattering, and stuff like that. And so I was just showing him, pictures, because because it was off of the dating site. And I got too many damn pictures in here. When I find it, I'm trying to find pictures from the cell phone. And it's around here someplace. I should have had these pictures set up before I even got on here, and I'm terribly sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I should have been a little bit more prepared to do this type of thing. I'm not like Damo and Chrissy. I don't have things just prepared and ready to go and be like, look here, look here. I'm not that YouTube-ish. I'm trying to be. But I'm trying to look in my Picasa, see if it's in my Picasa. Uh, because I have everything up in there. I have my whole world up in here. Because I'm trying to find the pictures. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Not what I was looking for. But this will do. This is, like I said, this is back on our 4-month anniversary. That smile, you get to see his eyes a little bit more. And he's sitting back chilling. I like this picture. I haven't had a chance to edit this yet, but I might go ahead and edit now. But yeah, that's him. I told him he was a blessing from God. He was kissed by God. He was. Trying to find the picture, I can't find it. I know it's here. But okay, let me just finish up with the story time. So, after we got done eating ice cream, well, in the midst of me eating my ice cream, it was melting. He ran back to the rest to the restaurant that's like right there. And the reason why we was eating ice cream in the car because there was a lot of bees from where we were sitting at, and they kept on flying around, and I didn't want to get stung. I kept on telling him I'm so afraid of getting stung. And he said, well, we'll just sit in the car and eat it. And he had gave me some, he went to the restaurant and came back with a whole bunch of paper towels so I wouldn't get his, no ice cream in his car. And let me just remind you, he drove all the way from Racine to come and see me. I found a whole bunch of pictures of him posing because he's trying to become a bodybuilder. So I'll show some of those pictures in a second. But I never realized how many pictures I would take. This is like insane. Not of him, but nature pictures and stuff like that, and other, Kentucky, all that stuff. Anyways, I told him how I met my father. We talked about that. He thought that was pretty cool, and how I found my dad. We talked about his family, how close he was. He said he didn't have no friends. That him and his family are like best friends. And so your family is all you need. I showed him a whole bunch of pictures of when I was skinny, and he was like really liking that too. And he wanted to see what Jay looked like, and I showed it to him. He said, "Yeah, you're doing better now." I was like, "Oh, you got confidence." He said, "Yeah, you gotta have confidence in yourself." I was like, "Okay." Then I showed him a whole bunch of pictures of what I looked like when I was living in Wilmington, North Carolina. And I was showing him the dresses that I was wearing, and I showed him that picture. But I showed him like that was like before I had got my hair done. But this is like the after. Like after I got my hair done, this is what I look like. He was like, "Damn, girl." And then I was showing him more pictures that I took, the ocean, and he was showing me that he went to New York. He showed me pictures of that. Then we went from that. Then he just all of a sudden started talking more into his, private business, like far as like how he been paying on bills. He was just showing me that he was just consistent on trying to get his life together. He was showing me how he was paying on bills, how much money he owed on bills. Oh, but here goes the shirt. This is the shirt that I worn. My hair is different, but this is the shirt that I have worn. It's a brand new shirt. I was just trying it on. I was trying it on. I never had a chance to wear it until I just wanted to see what it looked like. And it's a brand new shirt. This is the picture that I shown them what I look like in Wilmington. This is the picture right here. So I like those hips. I like that. Then we was talking about one thing led to another, and our first kiss was at the lakefront at Bradford Beach. This is this is the picture that I took the day that I met him. I had I stood next to the window because I wanted to get like a shot. I think I was like downstairs or I was like but this is what I looked like the day that I met him. I was happy that I was wearing that shirt, and I was trying to give like a sexy pose. My hair, as you can see, I was just happy that I was able to finally wear this shirt. And the reason why I like the shirt because it gave like a little tease, like uh like it was showing a little bit like how whatever. But I was trying to just to impress him, and I think I did because it worked. Because me and him started kissing that day, July 8th, 2016. I found that picture, but I can't find the other ones, and it's irritating the hell out of me that I can't find it. When I do find it, I'll make a video and I will post it. And and but it's just funny because we just started kissing. After we was talking about the bills and stuff like that, and after I was telling him a little bit more about me, then we just started kissing. And let me tell you something. He's a pretty good kisser. Then then I said something along the lines after we got done kissing. I was like, "You like me. You really, really like me." And he's like, "Oh, don't get carried away. Don't ruin the moment." And then I just started laughing. I was like, "You like me. You really, really like me." And he just started laughing. He just gave out like a loud chuckle. He don't like the Brewers. He don't like the Green Bay Packers. He like the Bears, the Cubs, the Chicago White Sox. Uh, I have a lot of other pictures of him, like around the time, but it's like I wanted to show the first day that we met, those pictures. I wanted to show more of those pictures, but like I said, when I do find them, I will make a video and I was send them. I was gonna wear. This is one of the dresses I was gonna wear the day that we met. I was gonna wear this because I was like, I was really hesitant on what I was wanting to wear. This is taken on the day that I had met Romero, but I was just going through outfits and I was trying to figure out what to wear, and but it was like really really hot that day, so I was trying to find something that I can like state July 8th. It was hot, and I was trying to figure out what to wear. So I was doing a whole bunch of different poses, trying to figure out, will I look okay in that? I was like panicking when I was getting ready to meet him, and then I was like, it's too hot for this, it's too hot for that. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wear this. I'm finding everything else but irritating the hell out of me. It's here, but I'm trying to find it. It's crazy because I can find the pictures that I took of myself the day that I met him, but I can't find the pictures of, whatever. And it's irritating the hell out of me. I know after the date, you know, here it is. I found it. No, this is the second date that we went. This is the second date of when we oh my god. Okay, this is where we were sitting at right here. Had a nice little view. But this is the second day of, because we went back to, I think it was the second or the third date that we went out. But here goes, yeah. We ended up going back to the lake. He had an apple. He said, can you get rid of that for me? I was like, yeah, I can get rid of that. I can get rid of that. I never edit these pictures, never had the chance to edit them. He was talking, he was like, because he was trying to get ready for the polls. I said, well, you don't need the Chicago Bear thing around you. You know what? I got that shirt. He left that shirt here and I got it. But anyways, because he got it when he was in New York City. But anyways, I said, why don't you take the keys off around your neck? I mean, that's gonna mess up the picture. You can't have Chicago Bears short. And I just went ahead and I took that picture so fast. I showed him the picture like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Ugh, is that a pimple? Mm. He always do this thing. Mm. This is whenever I treated him out to dinner, and we was watching the football game, and I had bought him chocolate cake. I would sing songs to him. This is another picture that I took during our 4-month anniversary. I liked it this picture because I wanted to make it look like he was just thinking. So I told him just to look out, just look, don't look at the camera. Don't look at the camera, just look away. I want to make it look like that you're looking into the water. I want to make it look like, but this is back in 2016. Was it? No way, that wasn't 4 months. That was our 3rd month anniversary. July. Yeah, this picture was taken back in September. 3rd month anniversary, not 4th. 3rd. But we end up always going. We called it our spot. We always ended up going back to the spot whenever he came to Milwaukee to visit me. We always sat at our spot, and if it was rain or whatever, then we end up going to my room. And boys and girls were all grown here, so yes, we did the But on the day that we met, we kissed. This is like really distracting me, so I'm just gonna have to look for it another time. But I will put this picture back up though. But this is the day that we met. Um, the reason why I wanted to talk about the day that we met because the things that he said to me and the promises that he made, he told me that I never had to worry about him hurting me. He told me that I never had to worry about that because he'll never do that to me. When you sit down and you think about the words that you said, the things that you said, and in October of 2016, he told me that he was catching feelings for me. It was just crazy because we ended up spending 2 weeks because he ended up getting a place of his own in Racine, and we spent 2 weeks. It was in October. It seemed like everything happened in October. Sometimes, yeah, because I ended up moving here in October of last year. But anyways, he had his own place, and we ended up spending 2 weeks together. And the things that he said to me, he said, I'm catching feelings. I'm like, he didn't say catching. He said I'm getting feelings. Same thing. But anyways, I said, well, getting feelings like you're falling in love with me, um, or you just like me. I'm falling in love with you. That's what he told me. I cried. I didn't want him to hear that I was crying because he was on the phone. And because this is when we was making plans on going to this apartment. But anyways, and he said, "How you feel about me?" I was like, "Romero, I've been singing to you, singing a whole bunch of love songs, hoping that you catch the hint that I'm in love with you." He said, "Yeah, I caught the hint." I said, "You did?" He was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I'm in love with you, Romero. I love you." And then he said that he loved me. Then we was texting that to each other. I love you. I love that. I had to find my other cell phone so that way I can put it out there that he did used to tell me that he loved me. And he was saying that for a whole year. For the first year that we was together, he was telling me that he loved me. He was driving from Racine, but then after we ended up spending 2 weeks, he ended up coming to Beloit because he wanted to help out with his niece. But we was telling each other that we love each other. We was telling each other all of that stuff. And how did you get from then on top of that, while in October we was trying to have a baby, he wanted to get me pregnant because he said he wanted to have kids. I said I wanted to have kids. So during those 2 weeks, we was trying to get pregnant. And I knew it was like, everybody was like saying, isn't it too soon? Isn't it too soon? You just met him, da da da. I didn't care. I was trying to get pregnant. We was both trying to, but I think, us wanting it, whatever, was putting too much pressure on the both of us. Then a year later, after, whatever, I was down here visiting him. Um, it's like a couple of weeks before. I know she was here. Like, I think she died a couple of days after Christmas. Then it was like a part of him died too. He didn't say I love you as much anymore. Then he came up to me and he said, I can't say I love you anymore. I said, why? He said, well, my ex-girlfriend told me that she loved me and then she cheated on me and I just don't want to get hurt. I said, remember, I'm not like the other women. He said, that's what she said. I said, remember, this is the type of stuff you should have told me about, when we was having the conversation when we first said, our love yous. And he said, well, I just can't say anymore because I don't want to get hurt. I said, you know what? I'm going to give you time. This is what I told him. I will give you time because I don't want to push you. You just lost your mother and you're going through all these feelings, and I don't want to do that to you. And so I will give you your space and I will give you time. But he hugged me and he thanked me and he gave me a kiss. But we were still acting the same. We were still doing the same. We were still, we wasn't saying I love you, but he would kiss me, he would hug me, he would, you know, he's not the type of person that would do that in front of people, but when we was by ourselves, this is what he would do. And how did we get from this to where we at today? I don't know. I've always told him, and that's another thing that I told him the day that we met. I said the thing that Jay never did was communicate. And I told him it's very important to communicate with somebody because how would that person know what's going on when you don't come out and you don't tell them anything about it? And he was like, that is true. He said communication is very important. That's when he brought out all the bills that he owed, and he let me know that he was in debt. And he told me that he had a job and that he's a man and that he don't believe in mooching off of a woman. A man has to be the one to take care of the household. A man has to be the one that has to be the breadwinner of the family because I'm a man. I believe in doing this and I believe doing that. He wanted this, because everything that I told him, what Jay did, he said, that is not a man. That is not a man. That's a boy. I'm a man. And he kept on stressing that to me. He said, I'm going to pay off my bills. I'm going to be debt free. I'm going to be able to start doing this. And once I be able to do this, I can give me a new car. I can do this and I can do that. And I was very impressed with everything that he said. But then 2 years later, on our anniversary, the day that we met, the day that we met, 2 years later, 2 years later, this picture was taken on our anniversary on July 2018. I was happy. Look at that. I was happy because I'm with the love of my life. It was before where I had lit the candles on our cake. And I was like, baby, can I get a picture in with you? I was like, baby, let's take a picture. And he gave off the silly smile. Like, that's the day that he dumped me. And I look at that picture every day and I cry. For 1 minute I was happy and the next minute he dumped me. I used to tell people all the time, when you're in love with somebody, when you can get a picture in, and if they have a heart, you're in love. If you see a heart in a picture with somebody, you're in love. And there's a video that I wanted to play. Ah. I can't really. I'm trying to get there. Uh, I'm gonna just let this play, and I'm gonna play it, and then I'll let it I'm gonna it's showing that I'm live right now. But this is the 2 weeks that we were spending together that I was talking about. And waiting for it to load.
Yeah. Now I take the first two, and you can take the second two, okay? Cool. Her hair is all gold, her lips are sweet surprise. Her hands are red as cold. She got that Jesus eyes. So turn the music on you. You won't have to think twice. She's pure as New York snow. She got Betty Davis eyes. And she'll tease you, she'll ease you. All the better just to please you. She's precocious, she knows just what it takes to make a progress. She's got better garble stand on sight. She got Betty Davis eyes. She'll let you take her home. She'll turn her ass at tight. She'll lay you out on the throne. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll tremble, hold you like a dice until you come out blue. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She explodes you when she rolls you. Horse love Jesus upon that she throws you. She's ferocious and she knows just what it takes to make her pro blush. All the boys think she's a spy. She got Betty Davis eyes. And she'll tease you, she'll lead you, all the better chance to please you. She precocious, and she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. All the boys think she's a spy. She got Betty Davis eyes. opinion. Should I need you? Just breathing. She got 30 days inside. She was told you when she showed you. She knows you. She got 30 days inside. All right. Oh yeah, my baby, baby. Yeah. Okay.
I was happy. I was so happy. I was happy. He was my happy space. He was my everything. And my everything broke my heart. I love him, and that's the reason why it's so hard on me, because I love him. I love him so much, and then that's the reason why it hurts, because all the promises that he made to me, all the promises that he said he wouldn't cheat, all the promises that he made, on the day that we met, he said he don't cheat. He don't believe in that. Well, he said, I would never hurt you the way that your ex did. I would never do that to you, and he did. And I'm the one he moves on. And I'm the one who sits here crying. I'm the one who has to pick up the pieces and figure out what to do. I'm stressing over this and I'm stressing over that, and I'm trying to figure out what to do. It is not fair. It is not fair. It is not fair. It is not fair. I gave up so much of me. I gave him so much of me. For 2 years. For 2 years, I gave myself to him. There were so many opportunities. The whole time when I was in Milwaukee, there were so many opportunities, and I could have cheated on him. So many opportunities. So many opportunities. And I did. I didn't cheat. I did not cheat. I was loyal. I kept on telling everybody, I'm taken. I was showing his picture, like, yeah, this is my man, this is my man, this is my man. The picture that I'm showing y'all, I had that on my screensaver. I was like, and then on top of that, I took like 1,000,001 pictures of Romero. I want everyone to know that I was this girl. I posted on Facebook. I did it just showing the pictures of me, and it would talk on the messenger, and I would take pictures of him. And I took a picture of him blowing me a kiss. I took a picture of other things, and I loved him. I was like, I fallen in love with him on the day that we met. And when he said he loved me, and he was trying to have a baby, we was trying, and how we get from trying to have a baby, he never communicated. And I told him, always communicate with me. And he did. I've been on here for an hour. 8:13, and he hasn't even popped up yet. It shows so many pictures that I was showing of him on here. Well, I'm gonna end it now. I just want to say thank y'all for watching and tell me what you think. Like and comment if you want. If you don't, I don't care. Not for this video. For this video, I really don't care. But and if you do watch this from Meryl, you have to contact me either Wednesday or Thursday because I have to tell you something that is really important. So, yeah. And you got mail too. Another letter from your bank. I gotta go. Bye.